Let's talk adventure mirrors. Hi, Tony here, and welcome to another update video on the 790 Adventure with another new piece being fitted. There's no problem with the stock mirrors. I actually prefer these mirrors to the round ones that come on the Adventure R. The only thing I didn't like was they are a little bit low. Some people don't like these rubber boots that sit over the top. I actually don't mind them. They're quite a lightweight mirror. But there's a couple of problems with them. A, there's not a lot of adjustability in these, and B, there's also a risk of breakage because of their rigid fixing. So I went out into the marketplace to have a look to see what I could find to replace these, and there is quite a bit of choice out there, but there's one name that kept coming up again and again and again, and that is the Doubletake mirror. Doubletake are a US company based in Colorado, which I believe is where they make all of their parts. They have a huge range of mirrors. These are the adventure mirrors that I plumped for, but they also do the scrambler mirror, the enduro mirror, and the trail mirror. Now, these mirrors came about because of the frustrations that these guys had riding their own trail and adventure bikes and not being able to find a mirror that did exactly what they needed. They decided that there must be a better solution, and it is a very simple solution. They make a mirror to go on the end, they use a ram arm to mount that, and then have adapters to be able to mount a small ram ball on where your stock mirrors would fix. Now, before we get onto the fitting, let's just talk briefly about how these are constructed. The outer casing of the mirror is made from a material called Zytel, and that's a nylon resin from the DuPont company, and it's incredibly tough material. It is both heat, chemical and fatigue resistant, and as you can see, it has been tested by the guys at Doubletake. Now, I'm not going to repeat this test because although the outside of this is unbreakable and is guaranteed for life, the mirror on the inside isn't. So if you smack this really hard, then obviously that mirror is going to break. But you can get replacement parts very cheaply. I think it's $10 just for the reflective insert that goes inside that. But you won't need to change this, or you shouldn't need to change this. And if you get to a situation where you're crashing the bike enough to actually physically break this piece of the mirror, then you're going to have more to worry about than actually replacing this mirror. The lens itself is an SAE spec convex lens, so you get really good clarity in terms of the vision from it, but you also get, because it's convex, very slightly convex, you get a nice wide range of view, and I really am impressed by how good these mirrors are. I don't want to overcomplicate what is a essentially very simple product, so we've gone through the specs of it. Next, I'll show you how to fit it, which is again very easy, and then after that you'll get my summary out on the bike. Start by rolling back the rubber sleeve to expose the 14mm nut. Crack that open, loosen it off, and then you can just twist the wing mirror and take it off completely. When it comes to fitting the adapters, remember that on the KTM the right hand controller is a reverse or left-handed thread, so make sure you get the right piece in the kit. And because this is aluminium going into steel, I would always put a little bit of copper slip on it. Switch to a 17mm spanner just to nip up the adapter, and then because you don't want this ball adapter to move, I would just put a little bit of thread lock on there so that that stays nice and secure. Snug it up, and then you're ready to fit the mirror. The long ram mount arm is spring loaded, so just clip that onto the end, slot your mirror into place, and then you've just got the one single dial that you can tighten up. Just a slight off turn of that will allow you to make an adjustment. It's very obvious how much more adjustment you've got in these mirrors compared to the stock ones, but I'll just show you the kind of movement that you can get. And of course, if you need to and you're riding on the trail, you can just fold them in out of the way or take them off completely. Just for comparison, this is how they compare to the stock mirrors, and you can see when you're putting force into them that you're going to get that mirror move as opposed to potentially breaking the bracket where it's mounted. I actually think they're a pretty nice looking mirror, and size wise they're just a little bit larger than the stock versions. I can already see the comments from people saying, well, what if somebody wants to just unscrew those and take them away? Well, Ram have a solution in the form of their pin lock security knob. This replaces the standard lever and essentially has a rotating outer level, so you need a particular key cap to be able to tighten that fully. Without that, the outside of it will just spin and you can't undo it, and that key cap has got a loop so you can put it on your key ring.
So we've seen that the Doubletake mirrors are obviously very easy to fit, that goes without saying, but how well do they perform? Well, very well actually. I've been riding around for a few hours just to get a feel of them, and the key things that obviously that I wanted to check were what the visibility is like, and the visibility is great. You obviously got much more adjustability than you have with the standard ones in terms of height and stretch and whatever it may be. They're very stable mirrors as well. I'm not getting any movement in them at all. I'm not getting any vibration. I think because of this arm and the fact that they're on that slightly rubberized mount there, maybe take some of the shake out of it, but I'm not getting any of that at all. I'm also not feeling any difference in the wind noise from these. They're not generating any extra noise. I do like the fact that they're higher, and it might just be I came from a Tiger 800 to this 790, and when I first bought this, the mirrors being down here felt really low. I was used to looking up here in the Tiger. The only problem I've got with that is filtering through traffic is that these are now back at the same sort of height as the wing mirror for a van. But again, if you smack one of these, it's just going to rotate it round, and that's the key issue for me. It's not an aesthetics thing. I think it's a purely practical choice, this. The fact that you can move them in so many more positions, and if you do have a fall, then these are not going to trash. Even on a stationary fall, if you lose your footing and slip and drop the bike sideways, there's still a good chance that you're going to whack a stock mirror on the ground. And okay, you might break the mirror, you might break the arm, but if you break where it bolts onto this here, and all of a sudden you've lost the connection for your lever onto the bars, then you're in a bit more trouble. But from my point of view, a worthy investment. That's the only negatives that I can think of for this, is that if you leave it parked up somewhere, somebody can just unscrew this and take them away. But as we've already seen, there is a lockable solution for that. And maybe I'm just thinking badly of people, that they might want to steal it. So it's another part of the changes of this bike, ready for more touring, and there'll be more bits and pieces coming through over the coming weeks, particularly as we're now, it appears, heading into another lockdown in the UK. So I'm not entirely sure, I'm not entirely sure how much I'll be able to get out on the bike. So yeah, nothing more that I can say really. Really good quality. The people there are lovely to deal with, and they're definitely a good addition, I think. So if you found this video useful, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more of these type of accessory reviews and bike reviews and gear reviews, and there's some more Tony's Tiny Tours coming along, then hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified of new videos. And whilst I'm going to enjoy this last bit of sunshine that's here today, it just leaves me to say thanks for watching, and until next time, take care, ride safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.